Okay, hello everybody, I'm Dr. Kim and welcome to GAO Ask Dr. Kim channel. And today I want to share 3 anterior zirconia crown case, and I name it gypsumless digital workflow. I'm going to explain it later why I named the gypsumless digital workflow. So let's get in. This is a picture a patient presented at the first visit. As you can see, patient have a lot of proximal caries in his anterior teeth, and he also have a lot to do. But I want to focus today about these 4 anteriors. Actually, I did the resin filling for the mesial, resin filling for number 22, left lateral incisor. I did caries control and root canal treatment then, and I decided to go for the 3 zirconia crown for number 11, number 12, and number 21. So 2 central incisors and right lateral incisors. So this is the picture after my temporary. Well, then this is the final preparation of number 11, number 21, and number 12. So for the record, that for the lab work, I decided to go for the intraoral scan instead of making impression. And this is the movie clip of intraoral scanning of first data sets. So for the first data sets, I scanned the upper arch and with the provisional restoration. So I use a MEDIT i-500 intraoral scanner, kind of brand new, Videolate powderless and color digital intraoral scanner. I'm using it now for a while and I love it. I love to use it because it's very easy and also very convenient. Okay, so after first set of scan, this is upper arch and this is lower arch. Then I choose, I'm going to make a second set of scan which has the abutment itself. So I decide to go for the clone and new scan, which you can duplicate the scan that previously you had. So this is very similar option like a save as at the window. So I remove the part that I'm gonna overwrite, which has the abutment for my restoration. And so also this is a movie clip of the second data set of intraoral scanning. For intraoral scan of abutment, I use a double cord, so I remove the cord from the abutment and I'm adding scan the parts that I'm gonna restore. So number 11, number 12, and number 21 area. So it has to include the proximal areas as well. So after upper arch scan, I don't need to take a lower arch because I already have the lower arch data from the previous scan, the first set of the scan. But I took another bite scan to give the proper clearance, exact clearance to the lab technician. For this patient, for shade taking, I used the Easy Shade from the Vita, Easy Shade 5 from the Vita, and my technician, my in-house technician, love to use it, and I think I'll have a chance to explain about this gadget later on. Anyway, I send the 2 data sets to the lab that I'm working with. As explained before, I send the data to the Mr. GAO, the dental technician who I'm working with more than 10 years now. So he used the temporary restoration data as a reference. And also he checked the midline and distance from the canine, and he took the measurements as a guidelines. Okay. Then he adjusts my temporary crown. So he, from the first data set, he adjusts the contours and everything. This is how we come up with. From the lingual side, you can see the adjustment as well. So after that, he create the copying on the screen. Depends from the first data set, adjustment of the first data set. Okay, because I didn't order the monolithic zirconia crowns. I ordered zirconia coping and porcelain build up. So he create the coping, zirconia coping from his virtual workshop, and he print the cast. So this is not the stone model. This is the model from the 3D printer, because I ordered zirconia core with the porcelain build-up. That's why he need to have something as a reference, right? So instead of making pickup impression from the patient mouth, so he used a 3D printed model, and he sent me back the 3 zirconia crown. So when patient came back for the try-in and the cementation, and this is also the movie clip while I'm doing the try-in and adjustment. So of course I have to remove the temporary crowns and clean as much as I can. So I encoded like 8 times faster this movie. So I'm not that fast, right? So I checked individual crown, the proximal check between the natural dentition. Then I'm checking the fitness with the fit checker, one by one, and adjust the fit. Then I check the proximal contacts again. Then start to adjust the occlusion. So I started with number 12. And once I finished number 12, I started with number 21. After I finished adjustment of number 21, and I started to adjust the number 11. So this is how I adjust the occlusion and the proximal contacts and everything. So after that, everything was checked and adjusted. Then this is the cementation procedure. So I use the self-adhesive resin cement with the commercial name is commercial name was the Unisem, the Liax Unisem, and I cemented number 12 and 21 first, and then I cemented number 11. So that's how I treat this patient. So this is final picture after I cement number 11, 21, and 11, 12, and 21. So the 3 zirconia crown. So from the initial picture, this is final restoration picture. Okay, so at the first slide, I named the gypsumless digital workflow because I use the intraoral scanner, but I printed the model for the porcelain build-up. This is so in between the modelist and the conventional work. But I use the terminology gypsumless because I made it. I reuse a 3D printed model for this 3 zirconia crown, and also this is a digital workflow. So that's why I named gypsumless digital workflow. Okay, so that was my last slide. Thank you very much for watching this movie clip. If you like it, please subscribe it. And I'm thinking to come back with another digital dentistry case soon. Thank you very much. I'll be back.